Guys, I think it's time to kick somebody out of the gay community. We've been increasing letters for a long time, and things have shifted. We were doing well, and now the crazy autistic children have taken over. Plus, I think a few billionaire lobbyists. I don't know, but it's time to kick somebody out. And you know, there's some of this like LGB kick out the teen movement. I'm not about that personally. I think what we need to do is kick out the Q. I realize some perfectly great people out there like to call themselves queer because they think it's more inclusive, or they don't know what their sexuality is yet, or whatever. That's fine. But call yourself lesbian, gay, questioning, trans, bi. But we're kicking out the dorky, annoying people. We're kicking out the Qs. And all the people who are cool, who are calling themselves a Q, need to find some other word to describe yourselves, because we got to get rid of all these people. Every day now, it's just video after video of these people making themselves look foolish. They used to keep it within their own community, but now, I've been telling the trans world for years, like, y'all gotta clean y'all shit up, because once the conservatives find out what's really going on, which they still don't know all of our shit, once conservatives know what's really going on, the backlash is gonna be real bad. And it is. And we really want moderate shit to happen. We want some good policies. We want people not to hate gays forever and think that we're all fucking groomers. Then it's time to kick some people out of the community. And I'm going to make a video about several of the types of people we need to kick out of the community. And let's just start with non-binary chicks. Or that's what I assume this person is. And whether they identify as a non-binary person, or a man, or a he, they, or a z, zim, zir. Maybe we'll go with z, zim, zir for their pronouns. The person in this video coming up seems to want people to assume they're not a woman. So we're going to, if Z wants us to assume, we're going to assume Zara Zim. I'll let you guys watch this video once. It's very short, and then I'll come in with commentary on the second round.
Disgusting. I just went through the Taco Bell drive-thru because I'm a whore for Taco Bell. And do you know how they greeted me? They said, "Hello, ma'am." And then after handing me my food, said, "Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day." Bitch, what about me says ma'am? I have a fucking red mullet. Disgusting. I just went through the Taco Bell drive-thru.
Ah, yes, it is disgusting to eat it.
Because I'm a whore for Taco Bell. And do you know how they greeted me? They said, "Hello, ma'am."
So you got a person with a woman's voice going through the drive-thru and calling themselves a whore with vocal fry, who's about to get upset for being called ma'am.
And then after handing me my food, said, "Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day." Bitch!
Oh, and then we're also just going to call the Taco Bell employee a bitch, which I doubt they identify as.
What about me says ma'am?
This whore, self-described word, this whore is so mad at being called ma'am twice, but never in the story says, and then I said, "Hey, actually, I would prefer if you didn't call me ma'am. You know, here's another option. You call me Zir, Mr. Mullet," you know? No, doesn't say that at all. Just says, just records it in their little transphobia notebook and goes, yeah, I'm gonna go make a TikTok. And by the way, it's like the indignant way this person is like, "Can you believe they said thank you, ma'am?" It's like, yeah, they were being polite and have no way of knowing what your identity was. If you really want to, you could start the interaction at the Taco Bell drive-thru going, "Hey, I know I sound like a chick, but I'm actually a dude or a zim or whatever, so would love it if you would not use any femme terms for me." You could say that, and then this wouldn't probably happen. But either way, you're kicked out of the community because it's fucking annoying and no one gives a shit. It's Taco Bell.
I have a fucking red mullet.
Do you know what like an annoying asshole privilege thing it is to be like, hey person who's getting paid minimum wage, hey servant, get my preferences right in the way you politely treat me. When you say thank you ma'am, have a nice day ma'am, when you say thank you, have a nice day to me, you'll address me as your majesty or whatever I want. Like just, you're at a Taco Bell. You're being a whore, as you said, for Taco Bell. Like a good whore, get called something, you know, degrading.
What about me says ma'am? I have a fucking red mullet.
This red mullet thing, you know, and a lot of people are making fun of this red mullet bitch on the online right now. Excuse me, red mullet whore online right now. But it's like, it's just, they're like, what about me screams woman? Much less the fact that by all accounts, they sound like a female, they look like a female, doesn't even look like they're on hormones, doesn't seem like they're on HRT. So by all accounts, seems like a chick. The red mullet thing, I literally have only ever met females with red mullets. Either non-trans or non-binary, whatever, but regular old chicks have red mullets sometimes. Non-binary chicks have red mullets sometimes. You don't, at least me, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, I don't see that many dudes with red mullets. This kind of, and the nose thing, like the gestalt of that is chick. It's just like really funny to me because when I was a kid, when I was growing up, when I was this person's age even, because I'm 37 now, right? When I was this person's age and younger, like in the culture, if someone wanted to insult you as a female, they would call you sir and act like, you know, you look like a man, so you're not feminine enough for me, so I'm gonna call you sir. And now these people want that. They want to assume, like, so this person was supposed to utilize gender stereotypes to determine that you were going for not ma'am. We don't even, still nobody online even knows what you're going for, by the way. Because we don't know if you think that you're a full man, think that you're a half man, think that you're a what is the one I just heard on an abused boy puppy or something? People are identifying as all kinds of stuff. We gotta sit there and figure out, tell them, if you identify as something bespoke and you really want people to do that, you gotta tell them. At least between the first ma'am and the second ma'am, that's on you to go ahead and tell them that. But anyway, something is, we know that the kids are not okay. Because the level of delusion that these kids have, that they've been taught, like that this person doesn't understand looking in a mirror, hearing themselves, if they don't, this person truly clearly doesn't understand that, like, they're not giving dude, or they're not giving not ma'am, they're not giving someone you wouldn't call a ma'am, and that anyone should have the responsibility to know that, whatever. Like, I don't know who's told, the education that they're getting about gender is so beyond crazy. Like, it's wild because, like, the conservatives don't even have to exaggerate anymore. Shit is actually at least as fucked as the conservatives who are ranting about it. I mean, I'm sure there's some of them who are over the top wrong about some stuff, but I don't encounter that much. I encounter some stupid people being like, there are two genders, and like not even like understanding the, you know, that we're trying to talk about gender expression and roles, and a lot of us aren't trying to say that there's not two sexes, but then there's a lot of people who are trying to say that that the two sexes are social construct. Like, it's such a mess. But I don't see conservative people generally having that crazy a take compared to just the propaganda and indoctrination that the kids are clearly getting. If this kid thinks, oh, obviously to everyone, I'm not a woman. How clear and obvious could it be? I got my red mullet, I got my bowl ring thing in my nose, I got my leather jacket looking thing. But see, then the problem is, if people make fun of them too much, and we don't take their gender seriously because they just got a mullet and a nose ring, and that's not enough for us to see that they're not a regular woman, then they're gonna start taking tea And, you know, but they'll be like, I'm going to do that micro dose of tea, that low dose of tea, and do that they, them shit so that I'm, you know, have buy-in and there's no stolen valor here. I'm fucking trans. And they're going to get that annoying little mustache, and they're going to get even more, you know, worse on TikTok, because the thing is, like, there is this cult-like aspect to this where the more you've bought in, and especially once you've done irreversible or semi-irreversible things to yourself, the cognitive dissonance is such that you can't let yourself realize how bad this is, how dumb this is, how wrong this is for you.